I was tagged in this woman's post a couple of times, and she is filing for divorce. And I guess that her husband was kind of blindsided, despite the fact that she told him last year, I am unhappy. And he's like, look, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm unhappy too. And we just gonna sit here and be unhappy. She said, look, dude, I'm about to file for divorce and I'm gonna do it after the holidays. I guess he didn't take her seriously because now he's sitting up here clutching at his imaginary pearls that she would have the audacity to do it. And she titles this one, The Audacity of Disrupting the Status Quo of an Unhappy Marriage. I have been sharing women's stories for a while, and relationships are a big part of our lives. We were conditioned and socialized to believe that you get a man, you get married, you have the babies, you grow them up to be adults. That is what you're supposed to do. And she even has a video in here that she did last year where she was talking about how her single life was just her placeholder event, that everything really started, that her life really started once she got married and had kids. That's one of the things that we definitely need to disabuse ourselves for, and living in the right now, enjoying every step of your life. You know, the time that you go off to college and really find yourself, the time that you're going out, finding the careers that you want to be in, dating people, not just settling down right fresh out of college. Learn yourself more, learn the type of people, and also talk to more and more women. Hey, so we can tell you some of these red flags to look out for. But like she said here, my single girl life was just a placeholder event. We've got to sit back and understand that each part of our lives should be celebrated, not just tolerated to the point that we're just existing until our life really begins at the time that we become a wife and a mother. No, your life is still here right then and right now. Anyways, back to this story. I talk about how women are literally seen as like wife appliance, bang maids, incubators. Like outside of being in the home to service a man, you don't really have an identity. Some people actually believe that, and some people embody that. That's one of the reasons why I talk so much about not losing your identity simply because you become a wife or mother. You still have to maintain your hobbies, your friendships, your job, all of that. You still need to keep yourself. All of us will have relationships. You bring together a life, but you should not become completely enmeshed with that person's life. And some people do. Some people really truly believe that their life is connected to their relationship. That's the reason why so many people fall completely apart when their relationships end. And we've got to move past that. Anyways, this lady, she's in her 50s. She finally got the nerve to say, I actually deserve to be happy. And that is where her next chapter is beginning, because she made the decision that, yes, I have given him 18 years of marriage, 20 years in this relationship. I am not happy anymore in this relationship. And I've tried to fix it. I've expressed myself. I've said X, Y, and Z reasons why I'm unhappy. And you don't want to fix it. So I'm going to fix it for myself and extract myself from this situation. And I do want women to know and understand. I don't care if you've been married for 6 months, 6 years, or 16 or 60 years. It does not matter. Once you make the decision that you deserve more, that you deserve happiness, that, you get that modicum of self-preservation for yourself, that you don't want your children to see the long-suffering woman. Oh my God, don't stop teaching this to our daughters, that you are not supposed to be long-suffering. Once you get that in your mind, then that is when you start creating a plan to execute. I do believe that all of this long-suffering martyr complex has to do with our religiosity and how we're born and raised into the church, if you were born and raised into the church. Because you have to go through hell to get to heaven. You got to go through a mess to get to the message. You got to have a test to have a testimony. You got to go through hell on earth to get to your heaven. And so I am so tired of that message. And the more and more women deconstruct from that religiosity that we were raised in, the better we can see that you deserve to be happy right now. That your happiness is not just a little sprinkle of something, that you deserve to be happy in this moment.
So my husband is really upset and really angry that I'm filing for divorce. He says he feels betrayed, not by the fact that I don't want to be with him or that the marriage that we're breaking up, or the family's breaking up. He says he feels betrayed because I am just pushing this on him, springing this on him, is what he said, and he had no idea what was going on, which of course is completely untrue because I've had many conversations with him. And specifically last year before the holidays, I sat him down and told him that I was going to do this if we didn't do something to fix the marriage. He specifically told me he was not interested in doing anything to fix the marriage. And I said, well, then I'm going to be filing for divorce after the holidays. Now that I've followed through on what I said I was going to do, he's upset and feels betrayed because he didn't see any of this coming. He specifically told me that when I talked to him before the holidays about wanting to get a divorce or wanting to fix the marriage and all that, he thought I was just saying that I was unhappy. And that didn't raise any flags for him at all because he's also unhappy. He's miserable, I'm miserable, and that's just our marriage. Why would anything change based on the fact that either one of us was unhappy? So I know the real reason that he's upset is because I'm like disrupting the status quo. I've lived with this for a number of years and I just don't want to live this way anymore. And now I'm doing something about that to change it. If it was up to him, we'd stay married, and we'd stayed married just the way that we are. We wouldn't be doing anything to improve the marriage or improve our relationship, but we also wouldn't be ending it either. A lot of his anger is just the fact that I'm turning over the apple cart and I'm saying I don't want to do it anymore. Like, how dare I try to change everything? How dare I say I deserve something better, or I want something better, or I just don't want this anymore? Like, the audacity of me to do that. That's what he's really upset about. That I want something different and something better. And he truly does not understand why.
Men are heavily in her comments, but she saw this comment from Mr. Script saying, why is your happiness the defining characteristic of the marriage? And these men will go to bat for other men. They really will try to stay on code. They really feel like women should stay in unhappy marriages because women's happiness is not important. Our long suffering is what's important because women are simply supposed to be the wife appliance and servants of the household. Servants don't have feelings. Servants just have a job and a duty to handle. And so why is your happiness important? His happiness is important. That's what Mr. Scripps needed to say. Your happiness isn't important. His happiness is.
Is it a thing that men just don't prioritize their own personal happiness? I remember one of the many times when I talked to my husband about the state of our marriage and how I was unhappy, and he had said to me that happiness should not be the goal. Like, we're not on this earth to be happy. We're here to be of service and to accomplish things or something like that. But personal happiness and desiring personal happiness was like selfish. I remember I said to him, like, don't you want to be happy? Like, don't you want to have a positive, good reason to wake up every morning and go to work and come home and see your family? Don't you want to be happy? And again, it was like I was speaking a different language. I was speaking Chinese again because he just did not get it at all. And there was nothing I could say. There's nothing I can say to convince him, like, let's be happy. It's possible. But I feel like for men, when women are saying, hey, I'm not happy or I want to be happy, we get treated like we're silly. We're silly, ridiculous creatures. Oh, you want to be happy? Don't you? I mean, what are we doing here?
Her story kind of reminds me of this post that I did from Reddit, where this man says, I think I failed as a husband. Throughout my marriage, I thought the most important things were to provide, be faithful, and not fight and argue over small things. I'm finding out I think I miss very important parts of being loving, compassionate, and romantic. I've never been the romantic type. It never came natural to me. I always heard horror stories of friends' marriages that ended in divorce, but thought because we didn't have those problems, we were good. I'm very selfish and used to drink a lot, but have been sober now for almost a year. My attentiveness to her has gotten better in the last year, but not enough. It's kind of tough because we don't share much in common as far as hobbies or interests. We don't have the same friends or crowd of people. And this part right here. She knows I love her, but pretty much came out in a discussion last night that I'm not in love with her. Some of these men really do, like this man is probably going to be blindsided soon, but some of these men simply do not believe that women deserve more. They really believe that just simply being there and paying some bills is enough. And so this is the reason why women are talking and they're seeing that this is not enough. Single women can see this stuff and know that this is not what they want, that they would rather be single than deal with these types of men. And so if men truly do want marriage and relationships and all of that that goes along with having a spouse or a girlfriend or whatnot, they're going to have to start doing better to hear what women are saying and not treat women like a wife appliance. If you're on TikTok, I definitely suggest you go over and watch some of these videos. It is so important for you to live in the now. Appreciate all of your days. Don't get so bummed out that Monday is here. Enjoy Mondays just like you enjoy Fridays. Enjoy your 20s as much as you enjoy being in your 30s and 40s. Enjoy all of these stages in your life. Enjoy your single life. Enjoy your dating life. Enjoy being married and a mother so that when you look back on your life, you're not feeling any kind of regrets. Like you're feeling regrets that you didn't go out and party and you didn't color your hair some color. You didn't get the tattoo you wanted. You didn't get the piercings that you wanted because of whatever reason. Enjoy enjoy all of your life. Anyways, let me know what you think about all of this. You deserve to be happy. Join the conversation. Go to her page if you're on TikTok to give her the views. If you're on my YouTube page, her video is about to follow this.
So I am married. I've been married for 17 years. I've been in a relationship for 20 years. I'm 52. And I have been absolutely obsessed with watching all the single girls' 5 to 9s after their 9 to 5. And the reason why I'm so obsessed with watching them, because I am filled with absolute envy and jealousy about what these women are doing. And I'm jealous because when I was single, I never did anything like that. Didn't get married. I didn't get married until I was 35 years old. So that means I was single for a very long time in my young adulthood. And I really considered that time at the time as like a placeholder kind of event. Meaning that in my mind, I wasn't really living life. I mean, I was working, I had boyfriends, I was going out, I was doing things, but I didn't put any real investment in that time because to me, it wasn't a real life that I was living. I was just kind of going through the motions in a way until I could live my real life, which is when I got married. Because in my mind, that single time wasn't a real time. It was just kind of waiting out the time until I met the man that I was going to marry, have children, and then I was going to have a real life. Now, all of these years later, married for such a long time with 2 daughters, and I'm scrolling on TikTok and looking at these single women I was those women, but they are enjoying and reveling in the time, the peace, the calm, the self-care that being single is. Not having to worry about catering to a mate, not worrying about what your partner thinks, not having to take care of children, not having to manage a household for all these people. Just coming home and being able to make your choices that are self-care, that are affirming, that's your time, your peace, and like literally enjoying and valuing that time. I never did it. I thought it was a waste of time. I thought I was just going through the motions until I could live the real life, which was marriage. And I've been living that real life for 17 years. And I'm so tired and I'm so exhausted. And
today I woke up, I've been sick all day, but I haven't been able to really take care of myself or rest and relax because I have so much I have to do. I'm vicariously living through those women, posting those lives and thinking about what if.